Hello, Nancy. Yes, Alyssa? Stop calling me by my name. I'm your mother. Just call me Mom. You didn't let me call you Mom for so long. I can't call you Mom anymore. That's okay. I didn't get a chance to talk to you at the funeral. So I thought I'd drop you a message. So, what can I do for you? You're cold. I don't have to have a reason to give you a message. Huh? It's been ages since I last saw you. Yes. How long have we not seen each other? I moved away when I started college. It's been 10 years. Has it been that long already? We met again at your dad's funeral, but why didn't you visit us for 10 years? No one will be happy to see me. That's not true. Rob and I both wanted to see you. You don't have to say something you don't mean. Well, that's a terrible thing to say. We're family. Family? I've never thought of you guys as family. What? My father and I are related by blood, but you and Rob were not. Why are you saying this? I took such good care of you. Took good care of me? Since you remarried to Rob when I was in middle school, I've taken care of everything myself. In fact, I did all the cooking and cleaning for you, because you didn't do any of the housework. But we lived under the same roof for 5 years. And you have a cute little brother, RJ. No. RJ doesn't think of me as his sister. He thinks of me as a handy servant. That's not true. RJ is not my brother, and you're not my mother either. Why do you say such sad things? Your father must be sad in heaven. I don't think he's sad. When we lived together, you never treated me as part of your family. I never thought of you guys as my family either. Rob was all about you and RJ. I was left out. You guys never took me on a family vacation. Well, there's a budget, Budget? Because if I took you with me, it would cost a lot more. Well, Rob's salary wasn't very high, but I don't want to be stingy when it comes to family vacations. So I decided to leave you home to stay at a nice hotel. That way, we could spend more on food too. So you're saying I don't count as family? That's not true. I always bought you souvenirs from our trips. You have been and always will be my family. I don't know what you are saying, but that's why I want you to pay me back every penny I've ever spent on you. Huh? The living expenses I've spent on you, food, clothes, and the house's electricity, gas, and water bills and everything else. It's about $300,000 in total. Alisa, you should go see your doctor. What do you mean? I just thought you were crazy. What's wrong with me? For you to call me family and ask me for money like that, I can't help but think you're sick. I beg your pardon? Then let me tell you something. You're not a part of my family, but I've been taking care of you. I will charge you for every penny you've ever cost me. Everything. Well, you are a housewife, so I don't think you spent a penny on me. What are you talking about? I supported my husband as a housewife. That means it's also my money. Is that so? That's how it is. You didn't even do the housework. That's rude. I did a lot of things you didn't know about. Like what? Shut up. Don't get me started on all the details. Okay. Anyway, your dad told me I could charge you for all the money I've spent. My dad? That's right. He even wrote me a will. Does he even have a will? I raised his daughter. He must have wanted to repay me for raising a stepdaughter. I was devastated when he passed away, but I was moved to know that he was thinking of me. Is that will a real one? I don't think my father would let his daughter pay for it. Of course it's real. It has his signature. What? Yes. It's your dad's wish to charge you money. I'll make sure you pay me back. I see. So, after ruining my father's life, you're trying to rip me off. I'm not ripping you off. I'm just claiming my right. You sound like a parasite. I'm not a parasite. You're the kind of girl who irritates people, aren't you? It must be hard to pay $300,000 all at once. You can pay me $3,000 a month. I won't pay for it. You have to pay. I told you I have your dad's will. You're the one who raised the tuition and got through college. You can easily afford $3,000 a month, right? It's impossible. You're working for a well-known company now, aren't you? I didn't get this job for you. What are you talking about? I sent you to a good school, so you wouldn't have to worry about money in the future. That's why you're here now. I want you to be grateful. You say it's a good school. Unlike RJ, I didn't have a private tutor. I entered a public school on my own. My relatives paid for my high school entrance fees. I went to college on a scholarship. I don't have anything to thank you for. You're always saying things that make me angry. Don't talk to your mother like that. Mother, didn't you just call me a stranger? I meant you are a stranger, but I took care of you. You didn't take care of me. Shut up already. Anyway, I'll send you a copy of your dad's will. You'd better read it carefully. Nancy, I sent you a letter by express mail. Did you get it already? A letter? Yes, a letter of commitment and an invoice. Oh, I got something that looks like that. I've written down the payment address on the invoice. Make sure you transfer the money there every month. I told you no. Are you still saying that? That's enough. You're the one who needs to stop. Do you really enjoy taking money from people so much? What a big mouth. You're just like your mother. Is that so? I've been told I look like her. You also have a mean personality just like her. It pisses me off just thinking about it. That woman who took my money. You were having an affair with my father. I was serious. My father and you were both married at the time, so cheating is cheating. But she didn't have to charge me alimony. You knew my father was married and you went out with him. You should pay alimony. I don't think so. I can only assume that she was asking for money because she was angry that I had taken her husband. Your mother wasn't attractive as a woman. No wonder he left her. Well, but my dad paid the alimony you should have paid, remember? You even made my father pay the alimony your ex-husband demanded. So what? You didn't get punished for anything. You're running away from your responsibility. You can say whatever you want. I'll make you pay. I said I won't pay. Are you still trying to get away? I'm letting you pay monthly. There's no reason for me to pay you. If you don't pay me in time, I'll go to court and ask you to pay me in one lump sum. Whatever you want. Oh, really? Well, okay. By the way, you live in a very large apartment, right? Well, I have 4 rooms, so I guess it's a bit on the large side. So what? I'm moving into your apartment. Please empty a room for me. Huh? What are you saying now? Why should I let a parasite in my house? You're so obnoxious, aren't you? It's hard to pay the rent now that my husband is gone. Even though there's going to be an inheritance, it's not going to be much. I'm a stay-at-home mom with no income, and RJ hasn't found a job yet. You mean I'm supposed to take care of you guys? That's what I'm saying. Don't you think it's too much? You're just a stranger, but you must take care of me. I'm not going to pay you a penny. Oh, yeah. RJ is moving in with us. What? Make sure you leave room for RJ. You've been talking nonsense for a while now. I have no intention of supporting you guys. I don't care what you want. You can't run away forever. Huh? That's right. I have an idea. Will you hire RJ at the company you work for? Huh? RJ is graduating from college soon, but has not received any job offers. You are RJ's sister, after all. It would help if you used your connections to get RJ in. Our company is not hiring new graduates at the moment. I don't think it's possible to bring RJ in. If it's a profitable company, it wouldn't be a big deal to add 1 more employee. If that's not possible, you should quit and they should hire RJ instead. Are you aware that you're talking nonsense? Not at all. I'm just saying the right thing as a mother who cares about her son. We can't hire RJ at our company. Why not? I mean, no company would want to hire him. What do you mean? Can he read and write well? Yes, he can. How about addition and subtraction? Do you think he is an idiot? I've never seen RJ studying. I'm seriously worried about him. He grew up spoiled by parents who weren't very smart. He needs to be more independent and cooperative. Getting a job is difficult when he's lived a life of selfishness. You've got to be kidding me. I'm not. Whatever you say, our company won't hire him anyway. How do you know that? You're not in HR. It's up to the president to decide whether or not he'll hire you. You really don't know anything about life, do you? What? You don't know who the CEO is? I don't care. I am. Well, don't lie. You're still in your 20s. We're a brand new company. You founded the company? My mother founded the company, and I took over as CEO last year. Huh. If RJ is really capable, I might hire him if he's really talented and valuable. That's not 100% likely to happen. Wait a minute. Why did that woman create a company? She was just a housewife, wasn't she? She became a housewife after marrying my father. My mother was always hardworking. My father wanted her to stay home and support him, so she reluctantly quit her job. That's right. While my father kept her at home, he went out and got himself a woman. It's appalling, I know. But it was probably a good thing that she divorced him. Thanks to that, she was able to go back to work. She even started her own business. Okay. I was working for another company until my mother started her own business. My mother asked me to help her with the business, so I moved to her company. I had a lot of difficulties in the beginning. But now we have good employees and our business is growing steadily. Thanks to her, I'm making a good living. That's not fair. She swindled me out of alimony and on top of that she's making money? Well, my father paid the alimony, didn't he? Oh yeah, my mother remarried and has a younger husband now. What? Her husband also runs his own business. His earnings alone are enough to live on. So my mother gave her company. That's so unfair. She made a profit from the company and is happy? I'm having such a hard time making money. That's not fair. Unfair? My mother worked hard and found happiness on her own. And she's the one who paid for my high school tuition. You, who only think about being a parasite on others, you have no right to criticize my mother. Then what about you? Pay $5,000 a month and support us. I don't want to. Don't just add $2,000. You're a CEO. You have plenty of money, don't you? You can easily pay us $5,000. I'm not going to pay you a single penny. Why don't you let your son, your pride and joy, earn the money? RJ hasn't found a job yet. Can't you at least get a part-time job? I don't want him to. I want him to work for a real company. I want him to work as a full-time employee. Oh. And the salary should be at least $10,000 a month. I see. You have no idea what life is, don't you? Huh? You don't see reality at all. It's 200% impossible for RJ to become a full-time employee. Shut up. Shut up. Stop expecting your useless son to do anything. Start working. Ah, I see. You are even more useless. I wonder if anyone will hire you. How far are you going to go to make fun of us? I'm not making fun of you guys. In fact, I respect you. I respect your recklessness in getting people to hire your stupid son. It really pisses me off, but I'll tell you something. I'm not going to work. I still have your father's will. I'm going to squeeze every last dime out of you until you die. Well, that will? It's handwritten, right? Yes, it is. It's not my father's handwriting. What? You wrote this, didn't you? What are you talking about? If it's forged, you're in big trouble. It's not a forgery. Your father wrote it. That's funny. What do you mean? His handwriting is unnaturally good. What? Your father wrote it. Don't accuse me. My father's handwriting has always been terrible, as bad as a small child's, or worse. He can't write like this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He said he is very good at handwriting. That's a lie. Huh? His handwriting is so bad. He was just kidding. What? He knew no one would believe him anyway. Have you ever seen my father's handwriting? Come to think of it, maybe not. My father never liked his handwriting. He rarely wrote in front of the family. I see. So you took him seriously and wrote his will with a good handwriting, didn't you? No, I didn't. He indeed wrote this will. It's a document that will remain after his death. I'm sure he used all his strength to write it beautifully. But something is not right. What do you mean? Why don't you take another look? Huh? His name is spelled wrong. No matter how bad his handwriting was, I'm sure you wouldn't make a mistake with his name. So someone else must have signed this. No. My father must be disappointed in heaven right now. You've been with him for 15 years, and all you saw him as was an ATM. An ATM? I loved him so much. You didn't even remember his name properly. You weren't interested in my father himself. Maybe he just got his name wrong because he was sick and weak. No matter how weak he was, there's no way he could have gotten it wrong. Ugh. Then, with this, his will, and these messages you've been sending me, I'll go to the police now. Wait a minute. Nope. I'm sorry. I won't demand any more money from you. I apologize. See? Like this. Don't send me a stupid emoji. Besides, it's too late for you to apologize. What? I already filed a report. Oh no. Then I'll come over right away. I want to apologize in person, please. Forgive me. No, please don't come. But I want to apologize. I'm not going to forgive you even if you apologize. If you come, I'll call the police. Please, don't make it a big deal. We're family, right? No, we are strangers. We're less than strangers. Well then. Wait. Nancy? Please, forgive me. My stepmother was arrested. In addition to the forgery of documents, she tried to take money from me. She was also found guilty of trying to break into the house. After being fined, Alyssa's savings were wiped out. Alyssa and her son RJ now work part-time, and somehow managing to survive. On the other hand, I'm running the company I inherited from my mother. My mother and her husband are doing well. They are now on a cruise. I hope that one day I will find a wonderful partner like my mother did and find my own happiness.